You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. As some of you know, it's the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Karina seems like she's been handling her stay at USL very well. She seems to be thriving, in fact. I'm really happy for her. We make our way inside the cafeteria. There isn't too many people here since it's super late, but we should have enough time to eat before it closes for the night. After ordering our food, we sit down at a table in a quiet corner with our trays. So, how's it going with Ahmed? I haven't seen him around lately. She finishes her bite of salad before replying in a very matter-of-fact tone. Oh, we broke up. I almost choke on my piece of chicken. Really? What about the whole he's the one thing? She rests her cheek on her palm, spinning the end of her fork in her other hand. It wasn't meant to be. He's a cool dude, but he's just not my type, I guess? Okay. What even is her type? I consider asking that out loud before she cuts me off. Plus, there's this one guy in her fresh sim lecture. Total dreamboat. Green eyes, athletic. He's a cheetah, too. You know what they say about cheetahs? No, I actually don't. I think his name is Mike or something? She doesn't even know his name? Oh boy. Karina's love life is a spectacle to behold. Enough about me, though. She slams her hand on the table, making me flinch in surprise. So, Nate, huh? My guard is raised immediately. All my feline instincts are screaming at me. It's a trap, Rivers! Oh, what about him? What about him? She rolls her eyes in the most theatrical way possible. Even Nate would be jealous. Ben, come on. You were practically undressing him with your eyes earlier. What? No way. How could she notice that? Am I really that obvious? Oh no. I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't play dumb with me. I know what I saw. What I saw was that my Benny boy has a big crush on our fox friend. My ears flatten against the side of my head. Hey, keep it down, won't you? There may not be many people here, but that doesn't mean I want everyone to know about it. Alright, yeah, I admit it. I like Nate, so what? Aw, you're precious. Of course you'd go for him. He's definitely the cutest member of the group. You guys are gonna make the perfect couple. She's all but salivating at the thought. Jeez, Karina, I didn't think you'd be like that. A couple? Yeah, that's not happening. Have you seen him? He's way out of my league. He hangs out with the sister of Courtney Leonetti like it's a perfectly normal thing to do. She shakes her index finger at me. And that's exactly why you'd be perfect for each other. You're the down-to-earth normal guy there to balance out his larger-than-life extravagance. They write novels about couples like that. You just need a little help from your trusty wingwoman, Karina. I can see where she's going with this, but I'm not sure I'm up to the challenge. There you go. Water time. Nah, that's not happening. The last time you were my wingwoman, you set me up with a girl from school who didn't even know my name. Oh, come on, she thought your name was Benjamin. That's like 3 letters correct. And besides, I didn't know you were gay. It's a crucial piece of the puzzle I needed so I could make the proper judgment call. Look, I appreciate the thought, but I think I'd prefer handling this myself. Whatever happens, happens. And if we end up just being friends, well, that's fate, I suppose. Like you keep saying. She stabs a slice of tomato with her fork. Aw, you're no fun. If you guys do get together, though, you have to tell me. I shrug. Sure, but don't count on that happening. I'm still allowed to hope, right? Yeah, whatever. We finish our meal together, talking about our glory days, the mischief we got up to, the adventures we had. We were a couple of little terrors when we were kids. I've never taken the time to think about it, but I have a lot of fond memories from my time with Karina back then. I hope we can make even better memories with everyone at USL, especially Nate. Aw. September 15th, 2018. It's gonna catch up to present day. I'm kind of curious. I run forward in the pitch black. Ha! Ha! Every muscle in my body's on fire as the adrenaline courses through my veins. My perked up ears are clearly able to pick up the sound of my pursuer not far behind me. Oh, shit. I can't let him catch me. Ha! Ha! I just have to keep running. Ooh. Time seems to distort in front of my eyes. Above me, the stars spin around the sky in circles. Like like a mobile that hangs over a child's crib. The wind blows harder, causing the leaves and the trees to fly everywhere, obscuring my already limited vision in the dark night. It practically feels like he is breathing down my neck. There has to be some way I can lose him. I dive to the left just in time to avoid his knife downstroke, which lodges into the branch I nearly tripped over. I struggle to catch my breath as I watch my assailant rise up from the ground. "We can play this game all night, little boy." He turns his head so he's looking at me while dusting off his weapon. "You'll be running for a long time." I'm crawling backwards away from him as he slowly approaches me. "But eventually you'll run out of steam." Beneath his hood, I see the faintest hint of a smile as the moonlight shines off his teeth. "You see, you can avoid me as long as you like." Before I can go any further, he grabs me by the neck and lifts me up effortlessly. "Yeah." "But I only need to catch you once." Before the knife is able to plunge into my chest, I muster up enough strength to punch the fucker as hard as I can in the face. I gasp for air while he recoils in pain. This is it. This is the make it or break it moment. I have to get back to the cabin. That's my only salvation. I take off down the way I came. Oh, that's not a good sound. What the... Oh god, that was awful. Let's try that again. If I can just reach the door, maybe I can... Yeah, that's probably not happening now. I fall to the ground. As I cough, I watch the blood pour out of my mouth, staining the dirt crimson. He kneels down next to me. "Your blood will make a wonderful offering." Fuck you! With a little strength I have left, I turn my head towards him and spit everything in my mouth at him. Just like the old woman. "Why can't you die?" Gah! I feel the knife in my back twist. With a little dignity, he stands back up and pulls an empty jar out from behind his cloak. I watch in terror as he wipes his knife off so my blood pours into it. I would be ashamed to waste this precious nectar. "You're insane!" I'm so tired. My eyes are begging to close, but shall we begin the next phase? He slowly approaches, brandishing the knife in a way that tells me everything I need to know. "I'm going to die here. Please don't do this. You don't have to do this." I cough up another mouthful of my blood. Ugh. From out of seemingly nowhere, a branch swings and hits my assailant in the back of the head. They fall to the ground next to me. "Ben!" A dragon I recognize runs up to me after dropping the thick branch to the floor. "Ben!" "Zach? You're bleeding!" I can't hold myself up anymore. I collapse to the ground and use what's left of my strength to roll over and face my friend. "Sorry I couldn't find you." "Don't say that!" "Take my hand." Open my eyes one last time. He reaches down to me. I do the only thing left for me to do. When I come to, I find myself sitting up in my bed. What? I can't help but yawn and stretch out my arms. Ow, 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 ow! That's when a familiar pain shoots up my spine. It feels like I got stabbed in the back. Again, I reach around and feel the spot from earlier this week. Nothing. And just like that, the pain fades away. Just my brain feeling things that aren't there. What else is new at this point? I slide out of bed and continue my morning stretches. Second now. Glancing over to Zach's side of the room, it's also no surprise that he's nowhere to be found. Man, I really wanted to thank him for... something. I stop my stretches and tweak my head to the side in confusion. Thank him for what exactly? That's weird. We haven't even said more than a few words to each other since we got back from Cambrian Valley. What could I possibly have to thank him for? Oh well, it's probably nothing. Just being grateful he's not one of those psycho roommates I was worried about. Though sometimes he really straddles a line. Maybe I'll tell him thanks anyway the next time I see him. I may not remember why I want to tell him that, but maybe he will. Man, what time is it anyway? My body's a lot stiffer than usual, and I have one of those distinct headaches you get when you sleep in too long. My heart sinks when I check my clock and see it's almost noon. Excuse me. Cripes, I'm a walking, talking college stereotype at this point. I should get washed up and grab some lunch before the lunchtime rush comes. What if Karina's up for it? With one last stretch of my leg, I'll walk over to my desk and grab my phone. I send Karina a brief text asking if she'd like to have lunch with me. I'm busy right now. Sorry, Benny boy. Well, shit. So much for that. I think about who else I could invite. Maybe Nate. Nah, he's probably got some theater stuff he's doing right now. I doubt Carlos would be up to it either. He seems like the kind to take his weekends very seriously. As for Brian, well, I know the weekends are prime time for football practice. I won't want to get him in trouble with his coach if he checks his phone during practice. Huh. It's not like I have Russell available to hang out with anymore. I guess I'm just going to grab a bite to eat all by myself. Trey and Hannah wandered in the cafeteria to find a place to sit. I wonder why I keep settling for mediocre sandwiches when I could walk a few blocks up the road and get a monster sub from the grocery store. My mood drops when I remember who told me that little tip in the first place. Huh. Guess I don't have to go that far for food. Looking around the cafeteria seems emptier than it usually is during the week. I'm thinking it's because everyone has more time to go out and do stuff. They don't have to keep one foot on campus because their next class is only a few minutes off. They're probably all out wandering the town and having the time of their life. All those restaurants, museums, and even a small theme park. Yet here I am doing the same thing every day. I go to UC for lunch, grab a mediocre sandwich, and sit somewhere in the back so nobody can see me. I roll my eyes at myself. Such a creature of habit. If there's one thing that Russell taught me, it's that I need to broaden my horizons. He may be a piece of shit, but his lessons still ring true if I ignore the person giving them. I swallow a bit of my pride and decide I'm going to sit in the most conspicuous section of the cafeteria. It goes against everything I learned in high school, where it was my best interest to be as invisible as possible. Who knows, maybe one of my friends will see me and decide to join me. Maybe someone really cool who I don't know yet might decide to pity a lonely-looking cat and start a conversation. The possibilities are practically endless. With a smile, I take the first bite out of my sandwich and hope for the best. I sit staring down at my empty plate and the last bit of soda left in my cup. So much for that idea. I lean back in my chair with my arms folded. As it turns out, nobody wants to sit next to a guy who doesn't look like he wants to be bothered. Maybe I should have been more welcoming. I sure didn't smile at anyone as they walked by. Do I have a bitchy resting face like Carlos? Is that why nobody wants to be around me right now? Man, what'd I do for just a little bit of the charisma Nate and Brian have? Howdy, Ben. Fancy seeing you here today. What? My ears perk up when I hear a familiar southern accent. Shay! Oh, hey, Shay! Literally one of the last people I expected to see. She pulls up a chair opposite me and sits down with a big bowl of chicken salad. I hope you don't mind me joining you. Not at all. Go ahead. I can't really look her in the eye. Not after catching her with Chris that night. I find myself looking in every direction except hers. What's wrong? Do I have something on my face? She wipes across her mouth in a slight panic. No, sorry. It's just, I scratch behind my left ear and look off to the side. Oh, I get it. It's me, isn't it? I carefully consider my next move. Yeah, but decide it's probably better to just come clean. Sorry, it's nothing personal, but it's kind of awkward for me, you know? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Amr. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.